What's up, Den of Geek fans? This is Chris Longo here in the Den of Geek Studio at San Diego Comic-Con 2023. Hector Arce, Senior Creative Director of Mondo. I'm whispering already.
Yeah.
We were joking about it off camera, but I'm like whispering. It's Saturday at Comic-Con.
All the voices are gone. We're done. Yeah. You might as well pack it up.
We are so excited to have you here.
Thank you.
When we were talking about kind of beefing up our studio coverage here and bringing a little bit more of like the collectibles community in, I begged everybody to let me do this interview about Mondo because you guys put out such amazing work. Before we get into some of these amazing exclusives, I want to hear a little bit about your background because your story is pretty interesting for someone that grew up loving collectibles and comic books and now you're working in this space.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to school. I went to college for just studio art, which is the most, broad term you could probably have for like just, oh yeah, you're just doing art in college. But I somehow ended up doing sculpting, and that led me to a career working with a major movie studio. And that was amazing for a few years. And then that led me down a path of working with toys and making toys. And then I remember being in the Mondo line, just wanting to like buy the posters and never being able to actually get them, right? And then, or the vinyl records. And then I saw that they had some toys. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't know they made toys. And so I tracked down the creative director at the time. And I was just like, I saw him at a bar here at Comic-Con. And that's how Comic-Con works. Like you can run into anybody, you can do whatever. And then I gave him my card and I was like, can I freelance or something like that? And that's how it worked out. And now this is where I am.
Was there a poster, a figure, a vinyl that like really kind of caught your attention with Mondo that kind of set you on this path?
Yeah. Back in the day, it was, I don't know if you all remember, but we were the first ones to do an Iron Giant collectible. It was a 18-inch Iron Giant, and it was like mind-blowingly awesome. And obviously all the posters. I mean, I've been a big fan of. I have way too many of them that I have no room on my walls whatsoever anymore. So yeah.
We saw some really, really cool exclusives on that list. Tell us a little bit about what you guys have.
Oh man, so we have brought some amazing posters like we do every year. We have, I think, almost 20 posters. We have Cowboy Bebop. We have some amazing Marvel repros, which we're taking some of the comic book panel art and just blowing it up into like a 30, almost 3-foot poster that just celebrates those little tiny panel arts that you just, when you're looking through a comic, you're just like, this is amazing. You can appreciate it, but when you blow it up to that size and you see every little line detail and all of that, it's just killer. So we've been doing a lot of that lately, and those are amazing. We have Spider-Man 2099, the very first cover, and then we have vinyl records. We have a assortment of Pixar titles, like everything by Michael Giacchino, basically. So, we have Up, we have WALL-E, which WALL-E's done on eco vinyl, meaning that it's a recycled vinyl just because of the themes, of WALL-E, the movie. It's very eco-friendly. So we wanted to do something that kind of, capture that spirit. And then with collectibles, with toys, we have a Man-Bat. I don't know if you're familiar with Man-Bat from Batman the Animated Series. It's one of my favorite cartoons of all time. And we took the opportunity to be like, you know what, I want to make something big. And Man-Bat has an almost 3-foot wingspan. And he's just like hovering over all the toys at our booth. And so we're really excited about Man-Bat. We have Prince Adam from our Masters of the Universe line. We have Logan from our X-Men the Animated Series line. We're big Godzilla geeks. We love Godzilla. I love Godzilla, and we had some Godzilla soft vinyl collectibles that sold out in 2 minutes. We have some cool stuff.
We got to linger on like Man-Bat for a second here because one of my earliest geek memories is going on the Batman the Animated Series website and printing out every single character description and artwork and then putting them in a binder and then flipping through that, like making my own book on it.
Yeah. No, Man-Bat, it was one of those unexpected things because he wasn't even in the comics at the time, right? He wasn't even like, no one knew who he was. And it was the very first episode that aired, on for Batman the Animated Series. And it was like, he fought a giant bat. It was like so weird. He just fought a guy who turned into a bat, and it was amazing. And I fell in love with that character ever since. And I've been trying to figure out when was the right time to release it, and and then Comic-Con, like I said, it's like our Super Bowl type of thing. So I wanted to do something big.
It was such an interesting year with Comic-Con. I just feel like collectibles has taken that spotlight. The floor of this convention center is shoulder to shoulder. What's the fan interaction been like for you guys at the Mondo booth this week?
It's been amazing. Like people have been so nice, even though they've been waiting in line for hours to try to get in to our booth. Even when we tell them we have no more wristbands left because our wristbands are gone in like 5 minutes, they're still so lovely. And me personally, I've worked on a few of the pieces that we're selling there, and personally, like I've sculpted it and did the whole process myself. So it's been nice. People have been like, "Oh, can you sign this for me?" Those type of things are always very sweet. And everyone's been amazing.
So we're in our Den of Geek Studio, obviously powered by eBay, our great friends at eBay.
Yeah.
We've been asking everybody some of their earliest collectible memories. What's yours?
I think for me, when I was younger, I was a big fan of He-Man, G.I. Joe, Transformers, all that stuff. Ninja Turtles, obviously, when I was little. And I remember, my mom, one day, they were all gone. Like she just gave them away to like my cousins. And I was like, what happened? And she was like, oh yeah, I just gave them to your cousins. They're in a different state now. You don't need them anymore. I remember my dad came home and he was just like, why would you do that? These were all his toys. And because he was kind of like he was living vicariously through me, for sure. He was buying the toys. I'm doing the same thing for my kid now. But it was one of those things where then after that, I was like, I'm going to start collecting these and I'm never going to let her like throw them away again. But it was Spawn. It was a Spawn toys. Like it kind of reset it. It was like it was like my dad for that Christmas bought me the entire first series because he was like, you will love Spawn. Here you go. And it was Spawn. Yeah.
Amazing. So what's next on the horizon for Mondo?
Oh man, yeah, we have, being part of the Funko family has really helped Mondo just grow in terms of the access to licenses and all this kind of cool stuff, all these resources that we didn't have before being a very small company. So we're just excited for all those possibilities of just acquiring some cool new properties, doing some unexpected stuff and continuing the Mondo brand, which is, art driven. It's very art centric and it's all about giving people something they don't expect, but also really diving deep into their fandom.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time today to come to the studio. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We love everything going on with Mondo, and we hope that we'll see you guys back here next year.
Yeah, thank you so much.